In the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, during a time of bustling growth and transformation, a man named John Pemberton was quietly working on something that would change the world. Atlanta, still recovering from the scars of the Civil War, was a city alive with new ideas and ambition. Among its busy streets and thriving businesses, Pemberton, a local pharmacist, was brewing something truly special. The year was 1886, a time when America was on the cusp of modernity and innovation was in the air. It was an era of invention, with new products and medicines appearing on pharmacy shelves almost every day. John Pemberton, a skilled pharmacist and chemist, was on a quest to create a new kind of medicine. He wanted to develop a tonic that could soothe headaches, relieve fatigue, and boost energy, a remedy for the common ailments of the day. In a time before modern painkillers and energy drinks, people relied on pharmacists like Pemberton to provide relief and comfort. Pemberton spent countless hours in his backyard workshop, surrounded by glass bottles, mortar and pestle, and the aroma of exotic herbs. He experimented with different ingredients, carefully mixing and tasting, always searching for the perfect blend. His dedication was unwavering, and his curiosity led him to try combinations that others might have overlooked. Finally, after many trials and errors, he struck gold, a formula that was both invigorating and delicious. The secret to Pemberton's concoction lay in its unique ingredients: coca leaves, which were prized for their stimulating properties, and cola nuts, known for their caffeine content. He blended these with a mix of aromatic oils and other secret ingredients, creating a syrup that was unlike anything else on the market. The result was a rich, flavorful tonic that promised both relief and refreshment. At first, Pemberton sold his creation as a medicinal syrup, marketing it as a cure-all for headaches, nervousness, and exhaustion. Customers would come to the pharmacy seeking relief, and Pemberton's syrup quickly gained a reputation for its effectiveness. It was dispensed by the spoonful or mixed with water, and people soon began to talk about its remarkable effects. Inspired by the popular French coca wines of the era, Pemberton proudly named his new tonic Pemberton's French Wine Coca. The name evoked sophistication and European flair, appealing to Atlanta's fashionable elite. Advertisements boasted of its health benefits and its ability to lift the spirits. Word spread quickly, and people flocked to Jacob's Pharmacy, where Pemberton worked, eager to try this new wonder tonic. The pharmacy became a gathering place, with customers lining up to sample the latest sensation. For many, it was more than just a medicine. It was a social experience, a taste of something new and exciting. The sweet caramel-colored liquid, served with a splash of soda water at the pharmacy's soda fountain, was an instant hit. Its effervescence and unique flavor set it apart from anything else available, and it quickly became a favorite among Atlanta's residents. However, as with many great inventions, fate had other plans in store for Pemberton and his creation. The winds of change were blowing through Atlanta, and a new challenge was about to arise. In 1886, Atlanta enacted strict temperance legislation, banning the sale of alcoholic beverages. This was part of a larger movement sweeping across the United States as communities sought to curb the social problems associated with alcohol. For Pemberton, whose tonic contained wine, this new law posed a serious threat to his business. Faced with the possibility of losing everything he had worked for, Pemberton was forced to rethink his formula. He returned to his workshop, determined to find a way to preserve the essence of his tonic without the forbidden wine. It was a moment of crisis, but also of opportunity. After much experimentation, Pemberton decided to remove the wine from his recipe, replacing it with more sugar and the lively fizz of carbonated water. This not only complied with the new laws, but also gave the drink a refreshing, bubbly quality that made it even more appealing. The result was a non-alcoholic, effervescent beverage that delighted customers and quickly gained popularity. People of all ages could now enjoy the drink, and it soon became a staple at soda fountains across Atlanta. The transformation from medicinal tonic to refreshing soda was complete, and a new chapter in beverage history had begun. Little did Pemberton know that his creation, born out of a desire to heal and adapt to changing times, would become a global icon. Coca-Cola would go on to symbolize refreshment, happiness, and togetherness, transcending borders and cultures to become one of the most recognized brands in the world. Pemberton's French wine Coca, transformed by necessity and innovation, was about to embark on a journey that would forever change the history of beverages. From humble beginnings in a small Atlanta pharmacy, it would grow to touch the lives of millions, leaving an indelible mark on the world. John Pemberton, a pharmacist with a flair for invention, knew he had created something truly special. His new beverage, a curious blend of exotic ingredients and secret flavors, was unlike anything else on the market. But as he gazed at the bubbling concoction in his glass, he realized that a great product alone wasn't enough. If he wanted his drink to stand out in a crowded world of tonics and elixirs, it needed an identity, a name that would capture imaginations and linger in the minds of everyone who heard it. Pemberton spent long evenings pondering possibilities, scribbling down names and testing how they sounded aloud. He wanted something catchy, something that would roll off the tongue and stick in people's minds, a name that would be as memorable as the taste of the drink itself. Realizing he needed help, Pemberton turned to his trusted friend and bookkeeper, Frank Robinson. Robinson was more than just a numbers man. He was a creative thinker, someone who understood the power of words and presentation. Robinson, a man of words and a skilled calligrapher, had a natural flair for marketing. He saw potential not just in the drink, but in the story they could tell around it. He believed that a strong brand could turn an ordinary product into a household name. As he considered the drink's ingredients, Robinson was struck by the two most distinctive ones, coca leaves and cola nuts. These exotic elements gave the beverage its unique flavor and a hint of mystery. Robinson saw an opportunity to highlight them in the name itself. He suggested the name Coca-Cola, cleverly combining the two key ingredients. The repetition of the hard C sound made the name pop, and Robinson was convinced that the two C's would look striking together in advertising, creating a visual identity as bold as the drink's taste. Using his elegant Spencerian script, Robinson sat down at his desk and began to experiment with the letters. He penned the now iconic Coca-Cola logo, with its flowing, graceful lines and distinctive swish beneath the name. The script was both sophisticated and approachable, instantly recognizable and impossible to forget. The name was perfect. It was memorable, easy to pronounce, and hinted at the exotic origins of its ingredients. The logo itself became a symbol of quality and refreshment, drawing curious glances wherever it appeared. Robinson, ever the forward thinker, also insisted that they register the name as a trademark. This was a wise and strategic move, one that would protect the brand from imitators and ensure that Coca-Cola remained uniquely theirs as the business grew. With a name and a logo in place, Coca-Cola was ready for its debut. The drink was bottled and served at local soda fountains, each glass bearing the distinctive branding that Robinson had so carefully crafted. Robinson didn't stop there. He poured his energy into creating eye-catching advertising, promoting the drink as delicious and refreshing. Posters and signs appeared across Atlanta, each one designed to capture attention and spark curiosity. He placed ads in newspapers and on billboards, spreading the word about Atlanta's newest sensation. The city buzzed with excitement as more and more people heard about the mysterious new beverage with the unforgettable name. People flocked to soda fountains to try Coca-Cola, drawn in by the unique name, the intriguing logo, and the promise of a refreshing treat. The branding worked its magic, turning first-time customers into loyal fans. Little did they know, they were witnessing the birth of a legend. What began as a simple branding exercise in a small Atlanta pharmacy would soon become a global phenomenon, with the Coca-Cola name and logo recognized and loved in every corner of the world. While John Pemberton had created Coca-Cola, it was another Atlanta businessman, Asa Griggs Candler, who would turn it into a national phenomenon. Candler, a savvy entrepreneur with a keen eye for opportunity, saw the potential in Pemberton's creation. In 1888, he purchased the rights to Coca-Cola for a mere $2,300, a decision that would make him one of the wealthiest men of his time. Candler was a marketing genius. He believed in making Coca-Cola accessible to everyone, not just a select few. He lowered the price of a glass to a nickel, making it an affordable treat for people from all walks of life. He also ramped up advertising, plastering the Coca-Cola logo on everything from calendars to clocks, from fans to playing cards. Candler's masterstroke, however, was the bottling agreement. In 1899, he granted exclusive rights to bottle and sell Coca-Cola to two Chattanooga lawyers, Benjamin Thomas and Joseph Whitehead. This move was a game changer. It allowed Coca-Cola to be shipped and sold far beyond Atlanta, reaching new customers across the country. Under Candler's leadership, Coca-Cola transformed from a local curiosity into a national obsession. His vision and business acumen laid the foundation for Coca-Cola's global dominance, turning a simple soda fountain drink into an American icon. As Coca-Cola's popularity soared, a new challenge arose: imitation. Competitors, eager to cash in on the drink's success, began producing copycat beverages, often sold in similar-looking bottles. Candler knew that he needed to differentiate Coca-Cola to create a distinctive packaging that customers would instantly recognize and associate with the brand. In 1915, he issued a challenge to glass manufacturers across the country: design a bottle so unique that it could be recognized by touch alone, even in the dark. The Root Glass Company of Terre Haute, Indiana, rose to the occasion. Inspired by the shape of the coca bean, they created a contoured bottle with a distinct hobble skirt design. The new bottle was a revelation. Its unique shape, with its flowing lines and tactile appeal, set Coca-Cola apart from the competition. It was easy to grip, even with wet hands, and its distinctive contours made it instantly recognizable. The hobble skirt design, though unintentionally inspired by a then fashionable style of women's dress, became synonymous with Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola bottle, patented in 1916, became an iconic symbol of the brand. It transcended its function as mere packaging, evolving into a cultural icon, a symbol of refreshment, Americana, and shared moments of happiness. By the 1940s, Coca-Cola was well on its way to becoming a global brand. The company had already established itself as a household name in the United States, with its iconic red and white logo and distinctive glass bottle recognized by millions. But while Coca-Cola was popular at home, its presence abroad was still limited, and the world was on the brink of dramatic change. It was World War II, however, that truly transformed Coca-Cola from an American favorite into a worldwide phenomenon. The outbreak of war created new challenges and opportunities, and Coca-Cola seized the moment to expand its reach far beyond American shores. As American soldiers were deployed to distant battlefields across Europe, Africa, and the Pacific, Coca-Cola went with them. The drink became a cherished companion for troops, a small but powerful reminder of home in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. Recognizing the morale-boosting power of a familiar taste of home, the Coca-Cola Company made a bold and unprecedented promise: to provide every American soldier, sailor, and Marine with a bottle of Coca-Cola for just a nickel, no matter where they were stationed. This was more than just a marketing move. It was a commitment to the well-being of the troops, and a testament to the company's patriotic spirit. To fulfill this promise, Coca-Cola mobilized its resources on a scale never seen before. The company worked closely with the U.S. military, shipping bottling equipment and supplies to wherever American forces were stationed. Delivery trucks bearing the Coca-Cola logo became a common sight, even in the most remote and war-torn regions. Meeting the enormous demand required innovation and determination. Coca-Cola built more than 60 bottling plants in strategic locations around the world, from the deserts of North Africa to the jungles of the Pacific Islands. These plants were often constructed under challenging conditions, with limited resources and constant threats from the ongoing conflict. Despite the difficulties, these makeshift bottling operations ensured that American troops could enjoy an ice-cold Coke, even in the harshest environments. For many soldiers, receiving a bottle of Coca-Cola at a remote outpost was more than just a treat. It was a lifeline to the world they had left behind. The simple act of sharing a Coke became a cherished ritual among the troops. In the midst of battle, a bottle of Coca-Cola offered a brief respite from the hardships of war, a moment to relax, connect with fellow soldiers, and remember the comforts of home. It was a symbol of hope and normalcy in a world turned upside down. Coca-Cola's presence was not limited to American soldiers. As the drink spread across war zones, it was shared with Allied troops and local civilians alike. For many people in Europe, Africa, and Asia, their first taste of Coca-Cola came during these turbulent years, and it quickly became associated with the spirit of friendship and resilience. The beverage became a symbol of American culture and optimism, a liquid ambassador that bridged cultural divides and brought people together, even in the darkest times. Coca-Cola was more than just a drink. It was a message of unity and perseverance. Ironically, the devastation of war became the catalyst for Coca-Cola's international expansion. As the company followed the movements of Allied forces, its brand became embedded in the fabric of communities around the world. The red and white logo, once a symbol of American life, now represented a global connection. When the war finally ended, Coca-Cola's network of bottling plants remained in place, providing a foundation for the company's continued growth. These facilities, staffed by local workers, helped rebuild economies and introduced Coca-Cola to new generations of consumers. What began as a Southern American refreshment had, through the trials of war, become a symbol of refreshment and togetherness for people everywhere. Today, Coca-Cola is enjoyed in nearly every country on Earth, a testament to the power of connection, resilience, and the enduring appeal of a simple bottle of soda.